In 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy with over 9,000 stores and 60,000 employees suddenly jobless. What's terrifying is that new data reveals that insurance agencies are showing an 89% correlation with Blockbuster's exact pre-collapse metrics. And right now, a Netflix-style revolution is already underway in insurance. Here in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to reveal the shocking parallels between Blockbuster's demise and what's happening to insurance agencies right now. If you stay with me until the end, I'll show you how some forward-thinking agencies are implementing a Netflix-style solution that's allowing them to grow 311% faster than their traditional competitors. My name is Nicholas Ayers, and what I'm about to show you isn't a prediction, it's a pattern that's already unfolding right before our eyes. Let's look at the similarities. Just like Blockbuster insisted customers come to physical locations, traditional agencies are still requiring their clients to call them during business hours. Just like Blockbuster charged late fees that frustrated customers, traditional agencies create friction with paperwork and delays. And just like Blockbuster ignored changing consumer behaviors, many insurance agencies today are ignoring that 70% of new insurance clients are now choosing digital-first providers. Let me put this in perspective with a simple comparison. Maybe think about it in two ways. It might be that you're enjoying a 7-figure business now. Blockbuster was 7 figures, 10 figures, even $1 billion. But the consumers change, and they're gonna go with whoever makes it easier for them. The harsh reality is that consumers have been thrust into crazy amounts of technology over the past 5 years in their life. If you think about the way that they bank to the way that they run their stock portfolios, and this has fundamentally changed how your clients expect to interact with your agency. It's not about what you think is convenient, it's about meeting their expectations. The insurance industry is facing 3 critical problems right now. First is increasing consumer demands. Consumers expect the same digital experience from insurance that they get from Amazon, Netflix, and their banking apps, yet most agencies still operate like it's 1995. Second is the service team capacity constraints. Finding, developing, and retaining service staff has become nearly impossible. The traditional model of hire more people to handle growth simply isn't sustainable. And third, competitive pressure from direct writers. Digital-first insurance providers are capturing market share at an alarming rate, leveraging technology that traditional agencies simply don't have. Let me share a real example of what happens when an agency faces these challenges head-on. Brett Young, CEO of Urban Young Insurance, had a great and thriving insurance agency when they first recognized this pattern. But in his own words, he said this.
When we came on with GloveBox, we were just shy of $3 million in rev. And in 3 years of being with them, we surpassed $6 million. So we've doubled in size since we've been with GloveBox, which is pretty cool.
The problem Brett was facing is one that you probably recognize.
And the primary problem in the agency was that finding, developing, and retaining human capital to be able to deliver the product that we deliver, insurance, is the biggest problem to solve. And if we can expand the capacity of each one of those people, then it gives us inherently the biggest leverage point that you can have in an agency.
When agency owners ask me, why do I need to change when I have a successful 7-figure agency right now? My answer is straightforward. It's because evolving is part of the process. If you're right here and you're successful, your customer technology-wise is over here. How do you think that gap is going to go when they're over here and you're still over here and they start looking over the fence? Here's the most alarming part. When we overlay the timeline of Blockbuster's decline with what's happening in the insurance agency world right now, the pattern is nearly identical. First is a resistance to change. Agency owners might say, insurance has always been done this way. Second is ignoring changing consumer preferences. Agency owners might say, our clients prefer to call us. And third is technology disruption. Direct writers and insurtechs are offering digital-first experiences. Fourth is market share erosion. Traditional agencies are losing 2 to 3% annually to digital competitors. 5 is a staff crisis. They're unable to hire or retain enough people to maintain the service levels. And 6 is margin compression. Profits are being squeezed as operational costs rise. This isn't speculation. It's not even fear-mongering. It's happening right now in agencies all across the country. So what's the Netflix-style solution that's saving forward-thinking agencies? Just as Netflix created a platform that let users access content on their own terms, the solution for insurance agencies requires a similar transformation. It's a fundamental shift in how things are done, a complete reframe of how to think about the problems. Let's look at real results from another agency that embraced this Netflix-style transformation. Adam Boca with NCM Insurance Agency implemented this strategy and saw immediate impact.
We're a very high volume agency. We have tens of thousands of customers in the GloveBox platform, and we have close to a 50% adoption rate. And it's been instrumental to our service load, to quote requests, to client referrals. It has provided resources that we didn't have otherwise.
Think about that. 40,000 client interactions that didn't require staff intervention? Listen to how Brett's team expanded their capacity with this digital transformation.
I think at one point we were down to like 600-700 households under management per CSR. And I think right now we're floating at 1,300-1,400 households per management per CSR. And so there's, without a shadow of a doubt, it's specific to a lot of different factors, but mostly because we're leveraging self-service.
That's doubling the capacity of each service representative without adding additional staff. The most successful agencies are now implementing a comprehensive solution that addresses three critical needs. First is reducing the agency service burden, streamlining those non-revenue generating service tasks and getting some of them off of your plate completely. Second is maintaining the agency identity. It's keeping your team top of mind while allowing your clients to self-serve their own policies. And third is cost-effective growth. It's changing the formula of hiring to keeping up with service demands. That's why we developed GloveBox, the Netflix of insurance agency platforms. GloveBox is the only solution that holistically solves the full insurance experience end-to-end with all stakeholders combined. It creates what policyholders want to get what they need quickly, efficiently, and at all times. With GloveBox, you'll maintain your position as the trusted advisor while automating the routine service tasks that drain your team's time and energy. To avoid following Blockbuster's path, you need to embrace change before it's too late. And the key is having clearly articulated processes and procedures, knowing exactly how the flow goes from a new client prospect all the way through the quote and submission process, the welcome process, the renewal, and all of the service processes in between. You must know your agency's primary goal and primary objective first, so you know exactly where your bottlenecks are going to be. According to our agency's experiences, the ROI on this transformation is immediate and dramatic. Agencies implementing this Netflix-style solution are seeing extraordinary results. 311% faster growth than traditional agencies, 400% higher digital transformation success rates, 76% preference rate among new clients, and dramatically improved client retention. So here's what you need to do next. You need to click on the button below on this page to schedule a 30-minute demonstration of how GloveBox can become your agency's Netflix moment. We'll show you how to identify the exact bottlenecks in your current process, the step-by-step implementation plan customized with your agency, and how other agencies like yours are already capturing market share with this approach. The Blockbuster to Netflix transition in insurance is already happening. The only question is whether or not your agency will be Blockbuster or Netflix. Click below to secure your agency's future.